Alright guys, welcome back to Nifty Network. Today we have a 350Z here. This is a DE one. The Z plates are different for DEs and HRs, but it's the same way to undo it. You just can't buy a DE one and put it on an HR or HR to DE. But I'm going to teach you how to remove this Z plate right here. These break really easy, so maybe you're just replacing yours and you need to know how to do it. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. It looks like it may be really easy to get to. You got to basically take everything out. Not everything, but almost everything to get to this plate. So let's get started on that. First things first is we will pull up this carpet. And if you have anything sitting on the carpet, just roll it up like a burrito. And we'll remove this just because. Get it out of the way. And then we're going to start right here on this back portion. Pop this light out of here first. Like that. Unplug that. And then we're going to pull out on the bottom of this. Like that. And once both of those are out on the bottom, we can come to the top. Lift up this weather strip. And just get it all the way out of the way. Up to there, because we're going to have to take these pieces off too. So right here, you'll be able to see little tabs. Just put a flathead in right where those tabs are so you don't break anything. And then these are clipped together, but if you just put a flathead in there, they'll separate. There's the first piece of the puzzle. And then we could do these side pieces next. So you're gonna see, if you look in here, like right there's a tab. On these pieces, they're pretty fragile, so just try and get your flathead in there and pry off accordingly so you don't break these, because if you break these, they don't sit nicely after. There you go, there's one side. There's two sides. And then what I do for these, so this piece you have to kind of pull up and then walk it this way. So I'll open this side up first. I'll start in that little slot. And then once you have it loose like that, you're going to pull it straight up out of there, because if you pull it at an angle, these will break. And then this piece, it came out pretty easy just now, but normally it you have to walk it like this way. And then we'll go to this side. Everything is like very repetitive too. It's like you do one side, then you do the other, just because it's right in the center. Like that. And then we are going to be on this side of it. And this side you shouldn't really need any tools. You can just pull off of this. And make sure to pull straight off on here. There's that piece. Then we're going to go on the other side of this over here and basically do the same thing we just did in the front. Alright, now that your trunk is basically gutted, you can take this piece off, and there's going to be a pin about right here, and then a pin here, and then a locating pin in the center. So what I'll do is I'll get like a flat pry bar, or not a flat pry bar, like a pry tool, and I'll slide it under the side of the Z plate. This guy right here, very straight. You slide it under. You slide it under like that and it'll pop up. And this stuff is really fragile because sometimes you'll have tint here or you won't have tint. If you don't have tint, there's a really good chance that this will break. But yeah, there it is. Z plate is out and in perfect condition.